Hello, Internet. And I'm not going to say anything else. Look at this.
Hey, I'm Chris, and I've always been very close with my mom. I guess it's because my dad left us when I was a baby. Ever since, our favorite activity was her breastfeeding me. But on my 10th birthday, she asked me if I wanted to stop doing it.
Today's going to be an interesting episode of FPS Diesel Goes to the Weird Side of the Internet.
Hey, I'm Chris, and I've always been very close with my mom.
Hi, Chris. Chris, tell us, how long have you been an alcoholic? Well, Chris is not just any ordinary alcoholic, as we know. Chris has an addiction to mother's milk.
I guess it's because my dad left us when I was a baby. Ever since, our favorite activity was her breastfeeding me.
I like the idea that this is like a baby who's like barely cognizant, and it's like, this stuff is the best stuff. Like, there's nothing that's gonna beat this. So I bet we're all wondering where this comes from. And to be honest, when I ended up coming across this, first of all, it was thanks to probably Jacob. He's a really great game reviewer. He's super witty. But he posted this, and I looked, and the whole story is in the description, but it doesn't say where it's from. Like, I have no idea where this came from. Like, it's just there. It has 1.3 million subscribers on this channel, and all of their videos are just this weird. Anyway, how's Chris doing with the whole breastfeeding and mother thing?
But on my 10th birthday, she asked me if I wanted to stop doing it. I was shocked and started crying, because I loved drinking my mom's milk.
The fact that she waited till he was 10 to begin with, to be like, so do you want me to wean you off of breastfeeding? Maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't have done that. Maybe you should have naturally stopped that when he was a baby. You know, like people have done forever. I'm going off of the assumption that this is a real story from somewhere on the internet. Does it not just sound like real weird?
It tastes much better than cow milk, because even though it starts off a bit watery, after a few seconds it gets really creamy. Yum!
That's not okay, dude. That's not okay. They clearly hired a voice actor for this, right? But I just want to imagine the guy on the other side. He's like, but it was just really creamy. What the fuck? I can't imagine where this came from unless it's from somebody's brain. Like, so they animated this and... Beautiful. Let's keep going.
That's why I told her I would never stop drinking her milk. And to this day, every morning and every evening, my mom comes into my room to breastfeed me.
If your child can literally write essays for school, definitely you shouldn't be breastfeeding them. There's no rule in parenting that says do it for this long. In fact, they say not to, you know, like this defies all laws of reason. Like, my dad left me, so now my mom breastfeeds me when I'm basically an adult.
I guess the only weird thing is that I'm 16. I actually didn't know it was strange to be breastfed as a teenager, because my mom homeschooled me until 8th grade.
There's a much darker and sadder story somewhere just beneath the whole I'm breastfed at 16 thing. But we're not going to even look at that or address that or acknowledge that. Instead, can we just acknowledge that the text in this video is in Comic Sans?
When I asked one of my classmates if he'd rather drink milk from a cow or from his mom, he started laughing because he thought I was making a joke. But I don't think it's something to laugh about. I mean, what's wrong about being breastfed as a teenager?
There's a lot of psychological reasons why it's wrong to be breastfed as a teenager. You know, but those reasons, that, like, the point to which we got here happened way before you were a teenager, right? So this issue goes much deeper, Chris, okay? Like, I don't care if it gives you strong immunity, lower risk of allergies and sickness, optimal brain development, lower risk of obesity, protected against respiratory infections. There's a reason that we breastfeed babies and not 16-year-olds. At least have the common courtesy to have her put it in a cup and you drink it like a normal person. Normal. Using normal with the biggest air quotes there, because the idea of somebody sitting down and eating some Cheerios with breast milk is just the most horrifying thing that I think I've ever heard.
The thing I wish is that my mom was less overprotective and less involved in my life. I often feel like I'm living in a bubble. Like, she won't let me play soccer with my classmates because she is worried about me being injured.
Oh, this story's getting darker. I think we know what's going on here. I think we've seen stuff like this before. Oh boy. I like being breastfed, but also my mom is literally the mom from The Binding of Isaac. Guys, this has 3 million views on YouTube. Oh, but no. I have to say whether or not my videos are for kids or not. I have to say this. I have to defend myself against copyright. No. But this is okay. This gets in trending. Okay.
Super annoying, but most of the time, she doesn't allow me to go outside at all. She says it's for my own safety, but I think she's just jealous when I'm hanging out with my friends because she doesn't have any friends herself.
This story's getting a lot darker, sentence by sentence, moment by moment, and it's making me really question why I decided to do a video on this.
And if I should ever get a girlfriend, my mom would probably go crazy and try to destroy our relationship, because I don't think she could handle sharing her son with another woman. But isn't it a normal part of life to become independent of your parents?
Yeah, usually that starts with stop being breastfed. That's like one of the first. Then we can talk about the other things. But you know, whatever.
I know it's immature, but I can't help it. My emotions just take over. Like one time a classmate of mine took a potato from my plate and ate it. He knew I would get upset about it, but he probably didn't expect what I did next. I got so mad that I
shot up the school. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. Please don't arrest me, FBI. It's a joke. Oh my god, what in the world? This is getting a lot darker and a lot sadder because clearly there's like an issue here that is not being addressed. And like, you know, obviously I'm not a parent, but like we can tell that there's like some red flags here, especially with how the mom is clearly parenting this young guy, and it's really a damn shame, you know. Hopefully it gets weirder, so let's keep going.
Actually blame my mom for me being so immature. She homeschooled me until I was 14, and I never had any other kids to play with, so I never learned the rules of how to interact with other people.
This is a lot darker than I thought it would be. You lured me in with the whole breastfeeding thing, but now you're like, basically my mom treated me bad, and now I don't know how to live with it.
Offered me to play hide and seek again, just like in the old times. It's a game where my mom hides somewhere inside our house, and one—
Okay. Oh boy. Oh. Part of me wants to be really mature about this and be like, guys, let's address the issues at hand. But then the other part of me is like, yeah, but it's really fucking funny to think about a middle-aged woman and a teenage boy playing hide and seek in their own house. Like it's so absurd that it's kind of funny, but then on the other hand, it's really sad.
Once I find her, I can drink her milk as a reward.
Oh no. I didn't want to make the joke. And then after he finds his mom, he drinks her milk. And I was like, there's no way it'll go there. And then it went there. Oh, man. Oh, we live in a society, don't we?
For the next 2 years, I will continue to live with my mom, and I'm not planning to stop breastfeeding anytime soon. I simply enjoy it too much.
Oh boy, some say that Chris in his 40s is still breastfeeding to this day.
I know that at some point, I need to grow up and become independent of my mom. Because right now, I'm a pathetic weasel that can't even take care of himself. So if I ever want to have a wife and kids, I first need to become a mature and reliable man.
Oh, you poor boy, dude. Oh, fuck. That's sad. Oh my gosh. God, part of me feels really bad. You know what I mean? Damn. I like the comments for this video, to which one of the top comments is, I feel like this is someone's creepy sexual fantasy being narrated. To which, yes, I agree. One of these comments says, he thinks he's gonna get a wife. Who's gonna tell him? This is sad. So, guys, tell me if you found the Share My Story channel weird. Feel free to say if it was weird in the comments, and if this video gets 1,000 likes, I will do another Share My Story reaction video, because God knows this channel is full of weird shit. I gave birth in jail at 16. How I became rich at 12. Allergic to water. I fell in love with my bully. A hot girl sex-torted me. My classmates saw my butt. A snake bit off my penis. This video is getting demonetized. If you like the content I put out on here, please please think of supporting the channel by subscribing, hitting the bell, and doing the 20 different things that YouTube says it's going to do when you hit the subscribe button. Also, if you really want to support me and make sure that I can keep the lights on, buy some of my merch. Thank you. If you buy my merch, I'll feel very happy and validated for the fact that I decided to choose this as a career path. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, where I do a lot of photography and street photography and stuff like that. Or you can follow me on Twitter, where I just shitpost.